Hi guys, hi, Stanis here.
Hi guys, and I am Anton.
Yes, Stanis and Anton here. We're both here, and I don't think I have our background music right now.
That's too bad. It's awesome.
Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. It's good. Now, guys, today is an interesting day. Today is a dev stream, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. One of the most important things, and like just really big thing, is the public roadmap that we'll be showing to you today. There is so much, so prepare, take some water, have just like all of your attention gathered in one place. Tell me if you see us well, if you hear us well, if everything is fine. and I'm just showing Anton for no reason here, but anyway.
Why not?
Yes, so it's going to be public roadmap. We'll answer a lot of your questions after that. We've been gathering them, and thank you for a lot of your feedback, and we will be answering questions, showing you a public roadmap, just talking about that. That will take a long time because we have a lot of plans. We'll be showing you plans for 6 months, starting this month and until December, so get ready.
I'm sorry, Stanis, I think I see the messages that the music is too loud. Could you maybe make it a bit lower?
Okay. Background sound too loud. Stanis, keep mic near you. Voice is low. Oh, low sound. I'm sorry, guys. Am I not loud enough? I can add a little bit more here.
Also,
let's
you're
say
showing
more.
me all this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
fine.
It's okay. It's home production. It's all good. Is it better? Music too loud. Is it better right now? Do you hear us well? People still telling that. It's fine. Well, can you tell us a bit more about what we're going to be talking today?
Yeah, sure. So you already mentioned the big thing, the public roadmap that we promised to show you in the beginning of July. So here we are. We will also be answering your questions. Some of the most popular questions in the community, things that concern you most, that we can talk about, that we can inform you about. And also we're gonna, I believe, give a small spoiler or teaser of a new event that will also happen during this season. And I think that's the plan. Did I forget something?
I think it's all good. So if you don't know who we are, I'm Stanis. I'm community content producer, and I've been bringing you some Guns of Boom news for a long time, many years. And Anton, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thanks. I'm Anton. I'm lead community manager. Basically, I manage our team of community and content managers that manage our social media and bring you all the news and the wonderful content they make.
Okay, most people are saying that the sound is good now. Some people are still saying that it's bad, but guys, if you're just misleading me, then don't do that. you can zoom in for some big effect. Now, as far as we have been communicating with you guys for a long time now, and if you remember our announcement, our big message to the players, like making the game more stable is very much a big priority for us still, making it as fun as possible and just working with your feedback, guys, gathering a lot of your feedback and being transparent with you. Those are like our values, our priorities that we maybe not have been following too well before, like maybe in previous year, but this year we're really trying to do better. And for that reason, we're bringing you the public roadmap so that you can see what our plans are for the features of the game, and how the development of the game is going to go forward.
Yeah, so you guys provided us tons of feedback. We've been collecting it and analyzing it all this time. We brought it to the team. And the roadmap that you're gonna see is the direct result of your feedback, where we try to highlight and focus on the main changes that you guys wanted and needed.
Yeah, and just if you have any questions, please keep them until the second half of the stream. You can ask them in the chat, but unfortunately we won't be able to see all of them. Now, we will be answering many questions in the second half of the stream. But for now, let's just go for the roadmap itself. If I'm correct, everything's good. When are the balance changes? That will be on the roadmap as well. I don't want to spoil it. Okay. Which one? So I'm gonna show the really big roadmap. Don't be scared. We will break it down in just a little bit. So you see, guys, this is the roadmap. Let me tell you a little bit about how you should actually read it, because we tried to show you as much valuable information as possible here, but not overload you with too many details. You can see all of the features we would like to release and how we're planning to release them on both the public testing server, PDS. You can see that it's green. PDS will be green across all of the slides we will see. And another thing is you can see both quarters. You can see Q3, which is July to September, and Q4, which is July to September, and Q4, which is October to December. Now, you will see that we have the features actually categorized as two different categories. Anton, tell about that.
Yeah, basically we separated them into major features and minor ones. Both are equally important, but major ones are the most, those that affect the game the most, or those that were like asked by the community the most, that we tried to focus on. So minor ones are important too, obviously. They're just not as big as the major ones.
Yes, exactly. And as you can see, we do say that plans may be subject to change and rescheduling, but of course we will do that only if we have something more important to bring, if there are like more important fixes or more important features that will move those. And we will of course update you if that happens, but for all intents and purposes we really are hell-bent on delivering all that.
Yes.
Exactly as it is. Now, there was just a lot right here, right there. There was a lot of features, and we will be talking about each one in detail. So do have maybe some patience until we get to the feature you are most interested in. But do write in the chat, just from that roadmap, which one is the most interesting. Which one is the most interesting to you? Okay. Whoa. Battle Royale. Oh, people saw the Battle Royale.
Oh, yeah.
Stan is buying me gamepad. Okay, just, send me the address. I'm not saying I'll buy you a gamepad. I might send you a JPEG of a gamepad. But still do write to me on Discord, I think. Too much info indeed. And people are just reading a lot here, like new Crossbow they saw.
Yeah. Battle Royale again.
Yeah. Guys, after I explained what the big boss is saying, I don't understand English. Okay. Well, you can wait for the Annapa's stream. It's going to be at 7, and I'll have the same information if you don't understand English, but you do understand Russian. Otherwise, please ask for somebody to translate. Now, okay, we should really start with the public roadmap. Let's start with the Q3. And just, guys, so you know, you can see green is PDS, public testing server. Blue is live game server. It's the main server. It's where you play the game regularly, not the PDS. So it will always be blue, and PDS always will be green, just so you don't get lost. Also, let's go into Q3. Just this is the July to September. These are the features we will be releasing July to September on PDS and on the live game server. And let's even go further and go to PDS straight, because some of the features, as you probably understand, they go to PDS, like most important features go to PDS first. When they are finished there, like with your help testing, and thank you very much for that, they go to the live server. And before we do that, I think actually we need to a little bit recap what we have done with the PDS lately.
Yeah, sure. So I believe we launched the PTS about a month ago or a month and a half ago for the Android users. It featured some new animations that our models in the game use. Yeah, it solved. Its purpose was to improve them and to also solve the issue of the shoulder peeking, which is basically when the model is in one position is picking over the obstacle a bit too much, and you cannot shoot it from the from your point of view. And we launched the server. There was also a dedicated Discord server for PTS where our players could discuss the testing, give us feedback. Also, there are forms directly on the PTS, which you filled out and provided us with tons of feedback that was very helpful. And also a changelog that provided the information of what we are testing on the PTS at the moment. So I think that was the most important feature on the first launch. It lasted for about a week, and after that we closed the PTS for temporarily to analyze your feedback and prepare for the next launch.
Yes, and you will be able to see the animations, the battle animations, actually coming to the live server after we tested them on the public testing server. And without further ado, let's go to the first. It's July to September PDS, the features that we will go through. Now, let's start with something minor, but something people have been asking for a long time for. It's the movable weapon change button. It's that you can customize the place where you have this little menu that allows you to choose which weapon you will use right now. Of course, with the addition of the 4-gun loadouts, that particular button became so much more important, as you have more than 2 weapons going in, and you actually... we know that you guys really want it for different play styles, move it around just like all the other buttons, and basically we'll have that on the PDS first in the third in Q3. We'll have it on the PDS, and then we'll be moving it to live, and we'll see that a little bit later.
Yeah, also just note, it's not the end of the user interface improvements, obviously. It's just a small but important step, because we got lots of requests for the weapon switch button customization, but we're also working on generally improving your experience with the interface, with making it more customizable, making it better, more usable, more pleasant to look at, and something like that. So keep your eyes open for new info on that.
Yes, and there are actually a lot of small UI fixes that have already been actually gone live, and we have so many quality of life changes and big changes, as you will see in the roadmap further on. So yeah, well, let's talk about those as well. Now you can see, like from this one, from the both PDS and live on Q3, you can see that, for example, balance patch will be going from PDS to live in the same quarter. It's going to be Q3, July to September, and let's just talk about the balance patch a little bit. We don't have the particular we don't have all the details for you right now, but we can talk about some of the really big changes that will happen. For example, Icebreaker, as a weapon that has been dominating quite a bit as one of the rapid-fire sniper rifles, is going to get an adjustment. We're going to be nerfing Icebreaker and making it a little less powerful, as it is just really shifting the battles to long-range ones in many situations. And just looking at the stats and your feedback, we feel that we should actually scale back how it's gonna work. I won't tell you exactly how we'll do that. The important thing is, with the whole balance patch, it will first come out on the PDS, and you will be able to play the new balance. You will be able to play the new Icebreaker and give us feedback before it goes live on the main live server. So for the details, wait for PDS and announcements with the balance patch going live. And we'll definitely tell you when that's going to happen. And I think we know the date of the next
I think
PDS.
we have the info that it will be live in the next week or two, I believe. I'm not sure if we have the set date right now, but it's definitely going to be in this time frame. And basically we'll launch the PTS, where you will be able to test the balance patch. It's still only for Android yet. The iOS launch will be later. We'll talk about it a little bit later when we'll get to it in the roadmap. And as for the balance patch, Stanis has already mentioned the icebreaker, but that's obviously not the only item we're gonna change. We're also gonna balance the eye helmet, because at the moment it's we believe it's very powerful. It has lots of perks and literally no downsides to it, and we think that it is not correct. We think that this should be changed, so we're working on shifting its balance to, so you would have to balance the risk and reward for using the eye. Once again, not ready to provide you the exact info on how this will be done, but you will be able to see it really soon on the PTS yourself.
Yes, and well, I can see a lot of I can see a lot of just people saying, what is it, like nerf all snipers? Well, no, we don't nerf all snipers, but we feel like we want to, like, from the game designer's perspective, like you guys have been saying that there is a bit of a sniper dominance going on in the battles, and we feel like the stats do show that, like, as well, with especially with icebreaker just being an outlier, and it really feels like it needs to be pulled back a bit. Now, as for the next change that we'll be doing during the balance patch, which you'll be able to play on the public testing server, is we're going to be reworking Gecko. As you guys have been saying, that it is annoying and feels a little bit unfair as an experience, as another player might be just running at you, and really you have no agency in that situation. You might just get rushed down, and we will be reworking it to make it just more fun to play against, but trying not to make it less fun to play with. Basically, you will have to see how it all works out, so do come over to the PDS if you can. Unfortunately, for now, it's still only Android, but as you might have just glimpsed before, iOS is not going to be too far behind.
Yeah. Also, there are several other items we're gonna touch upon in this balance patch. Those will be the Undying Helmet and the...
Let that sink in, just...
Yeah.
Because people are... Undying Helmet also getting just changed a bit.
Yeah. Some reworked... it will be reworked a little bit. Not ready to tell how exactly as well. And also the Berserk. Is that how you pronounce it? Berserk Shotgun, which is pretty powerful, especially in the low mid levels, and we feel that it needs to be also balanced a bit more.
Yes, and like I was thinking just what other pronunciation of Berserk I could think of. I could just only think of the Japanese, like Barzaka. But I don't think you should be going for that as well. Now, what else? Just after all of those changes in the meta, like it will shift, it will be different. So we will need to see how it plays, how it all plays together, to see what other changes we might need. I know a lot of you guys are saying, asking for Odin and Reaper buffs. In this balance patch, we're not going to buff either Odin or Reaper, not going to change them, basically, as the stats are right now not showing really that they are too weak. Their kill to death ratio is actually as good as other options you have. It might be that they are not as we know that they are not as popular right now. That's true, and the KD might be as high because the players who play with them just really love them so much that they learned to play better with them. But we'll be looking more into the stats, and guys, actually, if you play a bit more with Odin and Reaper, you might help us make a better conclusion there. But anyway, as far as Reaper goes, we feel that the Anglerfish helmet that was just released has really good synergy with Reaper, as you can get like damage coming in from the Anglerfish helmet, and you can get the armor back with the perk from the Reaper. Just try out that combination as well. And we will be continuing to look into Reaper and Odin, and I would like to see how they play in the meta, like with Icebreaker not dominating it, and if other rapid fire sniper rifles, for example, take the place of Icebreaker, and it turns out just that rapid fire sniper rifles are overpowered as a class, we'll be thinking of kind of reworking how that works as well. So they're like balance is balance of the game. It's an ongoing thing. We'll be doing many balance patches. Well, regular balance patches, not to say that just all the time. As you can see, we have one right now in the plan, but we'll be working on that further. And if we feel that there's an urgent need to do another balance patch, we'll do it outside of the roadmap as well. We might do it sooner.
Yeah. Also, we wanted to address the question about the one-hit kills with the crossbow, for example, or the throwing knives. We do not think that one-shots are right. We will be addressing this in our next balance patch after this one. We think that the only instance where one-shotting is like an option is when it requires some like outstanding skill, right? For example, like with the Last Breath rifle. So we will be looking into that. If you have some feedback on that as well, please let us know. And but we will be touching upon that in the next balance patch, not this one, but the one after that.
Yeah, and just so to reiterate that overall, we don't feel like there should ever be an ultimate weapon in any class. There should be a variety of choice for different playstyles that should rival each other in a good way. So like Icebreaker is kind of the ultimate choice when it comes to sniper rifles, and that means that it's too powerful. And like the eye helmet just is also very powerful and an obvious choice, so it is also too powerful right now. And we do believe into the like variety of different powers of different playstyles that we want. We do want the more skillful playstyle to be a bit stronger than the less skillful playstyle, but being kind of on the same level is also very important, so that you can use a playstyle of different active abilities, for example, and it should have like a really good place in the meta. But also, just if you use kind of equipment that goes more towards just shooting straight up, going around and shooting people without using any active abilities, that should also be a very viable option. So that would be something to say about all of the balance changes and patches.
Okay, should we go back to the roadmap?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go back to the roadmap. Here we are on the PDS roadmap. The next one is going to be Tournament Arsenal, some new weapons coming there. And Anton, would you
Yeah,
care?
sure. Let me take this one. So, as you know, we've got Esports Tournaments, the challenger mode. The Weekend Rumbles and the recent addition, the roster, the Double Strike, and it uses special tournament arsenal, which is basically which uses the pro play balance of the weapons. It has certain weapons and equipment. Not all equipment and weapons from the game are there at the moment, and we haven't touched it for quite a while. And since then, we've released lots of guns and equipment, knives, other stuff like that. And we feel that we need to expand it. And but we want first to do it first and foremost for it to be balanced, and you should be able to test it. So we will be releasing the unlocked guns and helmets, bands, vests and stuff on the public testing server, so you would be able to test it, give us your feedback, and after we consult with your feedback, we will be adding additional changes, right? Balancing it to make the tournament arsenal fair, right? And balanced. So, and after that feedback, after those changes, we will be implementing it to the actual tournaments, but only after it goes through the PTS.
Yes, and speaking of PTS, the other one you've probably seen just now, which is a really important one, is of course the Pds Ios Launch, which will just even the playing field for everyone to try and out all of the new changes that come out on PDS before they do on the live game. So we will be having the Pds Ios Launch, and you will be able, if you are using an Apple device, you will be able just as easily as Android users to play there and play against Android users. So it's not a separate thing. And so you will have all of the players will basically have an ability to go to the public testing server and play the new balance patch or try out some new mechanics or modes that we're going to test there.
Yeah, one important addition, we're aiming to release it around the middle of August. I know we before on the PTS server we said that we were aiming for the end of July, but unfortunately we were a bit too optimistic. It needs some more resources, some more touch to be ready. So we will be releasing the Pts Ios. We're aiming for the middle of August, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and if we go back, the next one, and this is more of a minor one as well, but something very, very loved, I think, is of course the classic voiceover option. What does it mean that it's an option? It means that you will be able to choose between different voiceovers. You will have the classic multi-kill and killing spree. I think I did a good job there.
You nailed it.
Basically, you will have that classic as an option that you can choose on your device, or you can continue using the current elimination, double elimination voiceover. And this opens up a very interesting possibility for us to actually put out different voiceovers for you, so that we can maybe do something cool. And like, people have been asking for me to do a voiceover of the game. They've been also asking me, so it's you who's doing the voiceover of the game. So maybe if we do mine, it won't be too different, so not too interesting. But anyway, if you are interested in different voiceovers, definitely tell us in the chat. Because I think if you are if you are interested in that, we'll look into that more, which could be cool. Could be maybe even some funny ones. But anyway, if you have any ideas, feedback, or suggestions, do tell us.
Okay, let's move to the next one.
Sorry, something broke a little bit.
Okay,
we can go.
I remember what it is. It's the tournament arsenal for pro play. Basically, it's a feature that we plan for now to release only on PTS, public testing server, which will make testing the tournament guns a bit easier for the pro players. Basically, it will add the option to enter the pro play lobby and activate the tournament arsenal or on the PTS. So you could just turn it on and test the changes. And that's about it.
No, I think for people who don't understand, it means you can get like all of the tournament guns in pro play to use. So you will be able to just get all of them to play with on the public testing server and see. Just you can experiment. You don't have to get all of the guns you want to play with on public testing server, and that's really cool, I think. And we're done. We're actually done with the first of the 4 slides, so we can go back to Q3, July to September. We went through the whole of the public testing server, and of course, when we go now to the live server, you will be able to see that some of the features are the same ones that we have on the public testing server. Balance patch, after we have your feedback and we tune it a bit, or maybe if it's just perfect, we don't tune it at all, but you know, what are the chances of that? Well, balance patch will be coming out as one of the major ones. The movable weapon change button will be coming out as well on the live server. Now, I can also just say that the improved battle animations that we've been already testing with you on the PDS, they will be coming out as well. We've got a lot of really positive feedback on them. But the next one is a really big major feature on the matchmaking improvements, and there we'll have to go into detail how the matchmaking is actually going to improve. So, Anton, would you like to get the first one?
Yeah, sure. So, okay, we got a lot of feedback about matchmaking that you sent us. It is not perfect, we admit that, and we plan several changes to matchmaking in Q3 that should improve the situation. But in the future, we also would like to address the whole matchmaking system and make even more major improvements to make it more optimized, and we will be talking about those more major improvements later when we will have some info. As for the ones that are coming in Q3, the first and one of the most important ones, well, they are all important, is the separating solo gameplay versus group gameplay versus party gameplay.
I guess let me take over here for this.
Sure.
So basically, we heard your complaints on just like solo players going against full parties as difficult. Basically, we are going to separate it into 2 different like modes of matchmaking. So one to play with only with solo, and the other not having. Another one is actually. So it's not going to be just solo versus parties. It's going to be solo queue, basically, and solo and parties queue. So it's going to be mixed. So if you want to go solo and you don't mind getting matched against parties, you'll go there. If you have a party, you will definitely go into the mixed queue. And if you want to go solo players versus solo players, basically you go into the solo queue. So we will be trying, like really striving to, in the party mode, to get you like proportional level of strength for your like opponents, like for duo players to go against duos, and for full parties to go versus full parties. But you have to understand that the time like waiting for the battle in the mixed one will be the bigger the more amount of players in your team, because like you will be waiting for another full team there, or like just we'll see. It's a very difficult balance to have like the waiting times and just running ahead of myself, there have been like people have been asking to lower the waiting times, but if we do the matchmaking, the better we do the matchmaking in terms of like power and who you're playing against, the longer the waiting times become, because you might be waiting for your perfect like opponents for a bit of time, and like the less discerning the matchmaking, the quicker the search for battles. But basically that's how it's going to be. But this is only for classic, so the solo and mixed is only for classic battles, not for the event battles. And for the event battles, we'll have the same matchmaking as before.
Yeah, exactly. Also, the other change would be sometimes it's a problem, I think, that happens mostly in on the mid levels, in the middle leagues, the silver leagues and stuff. Sometimes the waiting time for those players is a bit too long, and so to improve the waiting time, sometimes the players will be matched with stronger players, but their power level will be scaled up, so they would be able for this one battle, to be able to compete with those players. So you will be getting like a message if this happens, right? So, hey, you've been matched with the guys that are stronger than you. So we've improved your power level, your like gear level for this battle, and
now it's over 9,000.
Yes,
basically.
and now it's over 9,000.
It's an experimental feature, which is important to say. So it's not. We will be testing it out just as well. And right now, it's not like it's not gonna be like for everyone at the beginning. With matchmaking, unfortunately, we really can't test it on the public testing server, just because we need our actual number of players to look for the solutions that will work for our player base size. So we will be testing this out, this auto leveling feature, on the live server, and well, it's only gonna be like it's not gonna bring you a worse experience, we feel. So if you do encounter it, do give us your feedback, and we'll be working on it, and hopefully it might just help on different level groups.
Yeah. I think you should take the next one as well.
Okay, it's okay. So yeah, we're gonna be working on a more accurate matchmaking as a whole. So we'll try to test a new system that will take skill more into account, from players, how much they win, how much they lose. But it's something that's we'll just try to take like the skill into account more. Basically, can't really reveal the technical details of that, but we have some new ways to do that, and we'll be also trying that out. We'll be trying that out on the matchmaking on the live server, because to make the long story short, how to say this, we'll try new techniques to take the skill into account more. In just to add to those previous like matchmaking improvements, and of course we'll be doing basically more matchmaking further on as well, but we have been like working on these changes for now.
I think we covered well, not most, we covered all of the Q3 for now. Maybe we should check the chat, how the guys are reacting.
Okay, let's check the chat. The chat is very quick. Noobs, shut up about PDS. Okay. Any plans of buffing Liquidator? Like, not in this balance patch, to say. Do you see the chat well?
Yeah, I see it.
Would you like to read a couple?
Well, I don't think there's much going on there. Like, there's people saying hello. when is PTS gonna be opened? We already answered that. It will be opened for the new testing period in 2 weeks, somewhere around this time, and the iOS PTS will be opened, available somewhere around mid August.
Okay. I think people are just reacting to what we said. Please tell us about Crossbow. Let's go further on. I think we have a lot. Let's soldier on. We have a lot to say. So this was the Q3. You can look at it closely with the movable weapon change button, the balance patch coming to PDS Tournament Arsenal, new weapons, with the Pds Ios Launch, with the classic voiceover option first coming to the PDS, the Tournament Arsenal and Pro Play, and of course live server. The balance patch will hit, the weapon change button will hit, matchmaking improvements and improved battle animations, and that's about it. Let's go back to the big public roadmap and now look over to Q4, as Q4 has a lot of really interesting things, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the more interesting things. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let's go Q4 live and PDS, and guys, do post in the chat what's the most interesting one for you. And let's go into the public testing. So, one of the more interesting things, the first one, major one, is of course performance optimization. Now, I will say this: we have we are working on optimization all the time, just all the time. And during the last months, there has been just like a lot of work done on optimization of the crashes. And if you do have crashes, so please write to us, because you shouldn't, because we've been working on that a lot. Other than that, do give us your feedback. It's just really worth a lot for us. Right now, we are focusing more on the optimization and the productivity of your device. But we're not forgetting about the crashes, though. And it will definitely, for optimization, we need many different. We need just a lot of work to be done. It won't be just one update, so we'll be throughout the Q4. We'll be working on optimization. You need to understand that different devices, depending on their age, just like the amount of RAM they have, just the system that they have, they will have different amounts of change. So you shouldn't wait for like just really big changes on the older devices. If you have like really old devices, there's just unfortunately nothing we can do for them. We will be unfortunately discontinuing the support of some of the old devices that won't be able to just work with a 3D shooter in 2021. So it's just inevitable. As the technology marches on, the really old ones won't be able to continue. So this year we have discontinued the support of Android 4.0 devices. So please do note that it's just technically becomes impossible for them to keep up.
Yeah, and the important part is right now we're looking at the Pts roadmap, but it will be coming to the live server obviously as well. I don't know if it will be roughly at the same time, but as Stanis already mentioned, we're constantly working on optimization. So and it will not be like in one huge update. It will come in in bits with different updates. Yeah. Should we move to the next one?
Oh, that's
the big thing.
The next one. Oh yes, I have stuff for it.
You do.
It is exciting, isn't it?
It is. It really is exciting. We actually tested it already.
Yes.
Together with Stanis.
Yeah, we have been playtesting. We have been playtesting the Battle Royale, and this is the first public test that you guys will be able to take part in. Of course, it's pre-alpha. It's like pre-launch. We're trying out a new map, and we've been working on it for half a year, and it's a really big and serious mode. So we are only planning to test it on the PDS for now, and we'll need a lot of feedback and a lot of work on it, so do be patient. But if you think I don't have anything to show you today, you are indeed wrong, because I have some spoilers of the Battle Royale. I will just be obnoxious and ask for you to ask for it in the chat, just to ask for the spoilers in the chat, guys.
Oh, you're a rascal.
Anton, can you work out something for people to say to ask for the Battle Royale?
Okay, let's say, Stanis, show us Battle Royale here.
That's
I don't know.
It's way boring.
Yeah, it is boring. Oh, man.
Yeah, Twister,
you put me on the spot. I cannot think of anything funny.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert, right.
Hype. Yeah, hype is going on. Well, actually less hype than I was expecting for Battle Royale. Hype.
Hype.
No problem. People are here. Okay, Twister is hyped. That's good. Even big Battle Royale games have bots. Yeah, I'd say that Battle Royales do need bots sometimes. But anyway, guys, let's look at it. You're not being.
Somebody followed my cue. Somebody said Stanis shows Battle Royale here.
people don't want to. Just don't want to go with it. But let's look at the map, because I think you will not be able to withstand the hype when you look at the map. It looks really interesting. It's big. You can see that
it's huge. It's not just big.
it's gonna be a lot bigger than any maps in Ganzo Boom. This is our spoiler here. But other than that, I think you don't really see it too well here, but you can see it quite well here. And I just realized we don't have the music in here.
Can you sing something?
No. Anton, what's your ID? People are asking.
Oh man, I don't remember it by heart.
The map looks awesome. This is just one of the versions, one of the early versions, I should say. There's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more than this later on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back.
As I said before, we've already played on this map with Stanis and the team, and it was a lot of fun. So I think, guys, you will enjoy it. It still has lots of room for lots of improvements, and but even in this pre-alpha state, it is very fun and it works very well. So we really hope that you will guys enjoy it and will give us feedback on the PTS where it will be available. And as you could see in the roadmap, it is only the first test. There will be several tests with after each one we will be analyzing your feedback and trying to improve the mode even further. So we hope that with each launch there will be some new improvements for you to test and to look at. I don't think that the final feature will be ready even this year, as you could see in the roadmap, but because it's a huge feature and it requires lots of testing and feedback from you guys. But we're definitely gonna launch the test in the Q4 this year.
Yes, let's go probably look at the other other features we have in Q4 PDS. So after Battle Royale Test 1, we will be working more on the UI of the reward screen, of just all of your cases that you get. And it's not something you notice a lot, but we just really want to look for a lot of different places in the UI that we would like to refresh, that we would like to change, that make them more modern, more comfortable, just nicer to use. You really don't notice the UI, and when you see a small change, it doesn't work a lot towards the whole experience. But as a whole, you just really love playing a game with good user interface, and you don't like playing a game with bad user interface. So we just want it more comfortable for you. If you have any feedback about any buttons that they don't work the way you like them to, they don't feel good, it's obnoxious somewhere, you feel like it's like you're tired of like scrolling something or trying to look for a menu you need, just tell us everything. That's just precious feedback. Bring it to us. We'll be reworking any of the places that are just not fun to use.
Okay, I have got nothing to add to this. You've covered it all.
You're just like, it's good.
It's awesome, guys.
You'll have to take the next one then.
Sure. The dual arena mode. That's a cool one. Actually, it's another new mode that we're testing at the moment. How to describe it? Think like an arena, like, you know, the gladiators and stuff like that. Basically, it's a single match where you will be fighting duels with other players, like one-on-one combat. And if you win it, you move to the next one. And that's still the last one remains standing. It is very exciting and fun. So we want to release the first version that you can try out on the PDS in Q4 as well. So look forward to that.
Yes, of course. Let's work further up the Q4 public testing we have here. It's been like we've been going for 53 minutes. It's a big roadmap, guys. We'll just we'll put it out as an article next week as well, so you can read it all and you can rewatch the stream. Now, other one is gamepad support, and gamepad support is a really cool thing. We are researching that. We've been researching it for some time now. It has a lot lower priority compared to some of the other features, but we will do it in Q4 on the PDS, so you can guys try and play with your gamepads, and we think it's gonna be fun. But there's not too much to say about that, basically.
Yeah, and next up is the Burke Rework. We've already mentioned it on our last dev stream. So we are planning to rework the perks in a major way. It is like a really big and major task. So for now, we do not have any new details for you, but we remember that you guys have put a lot of effort into getting those perks, so we're working on the solution to compensate you for your effort, right? Because the perk system will change. It will change like drastically. Just to remind you what was the focus at the moment, so our perks are a bit convoluted, right? So there are some like perks that you should, if you hit somebody in the head with a headshot, you will be sped up by 3% if you're standing still or something like that. Of course, I'm a bit, it's just an example from my head. But we want to make perks like more clear, more concise, more effective, and more easy to use. So when we will have any info on that, we will come back to you. And I think that's the public roadmap.
I just see a lot of questions about the old knife animations, and guys, as we said, we will be putting them out on the PDS, but we just need to find a place for it, and felt like basically it didn't make it on the roadmap, but we still might actually do it during Q3 or Q4. But we'll see just where it might fit or not. Just we'll keep you updated on that. Now we've done the whole public testing roadmap here. We need to go to the Q4 live, which has also some, I'm sure, really interesting things for you guys. As it does have, like, this performance optimization basically is the same that we've been talking about on the public testing server, so I'm not going to talk about that a lot more. Tournament arsenal with new weapons. Again, after we unlock it on the public testing server, we will unlock it in the main game. And after that, the interesting thing is, of course, new Crossbow. We don't have much details for you guys right now about that, but there will be a new Crossbow coming out. Make of that what you will, and we'll give you the deets a bit later. The same classic voiceover option also coming to the PDS, coming to live, I'm sorry, that we've been talking about. So you already know all about that, but the last one is really interesting, and Anton, take it away.
So the consumable crafting. We know that you guys have got lots of spare standard like green grenades and basic health kits lying around, and you told us about this, and we already said that we're working on the solution for that problem. So in Q4, we want to give you an opportunity to be able to craft better consumables using those like low-level consumables. So we don't have any details yet, but basically the gist of it is that you will be able to craft new consumables, the better ones from the old ones.
Yes, and that's actually, I think, it for the whole roadmap. It's a big one. Just take it all in. If you guys have any questions, do tell us more about that. Now, we are moving towards the question part of the stream, so I think for about 30 minutes, we'll be answering a lot of questions. Maybe longer. Maybe longer, we'll see.
Depends.
Depends on how many questions, and we have some prepared collecting from you guys. So yeah, balance patch, PDS on iOS, so matchmaking improvements, tournament arsenal and pro play, battle royale test, dual arena modes, the rework of perks, performance optimization, and classic voiceover and consumable crafting, new crossbow, improved reward screen and a lot of improved UI, gamepad support, improved battle animations, and just a lot of good stuff. Aside from that, do know that these are the features. We still have just like a lot of live ops going on. Like we have a lot of events and seasons and all of that. So there'll be the Halloween event, there will be the New Year event, there will be one other event I'm not going to tell you about, but we'll tell you about it a little bit at the end, right?
A bit.
Yeah, so there will be a lot of things happening. Aside from this, these are the features. These are the improvements to the game we are like committing to make from July to December, Q3 to Q4 in 2021. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do?
Answer some questions, I guess.
Some questions. Okay. You go do that.
Okay, I saw one from the chat. Why is PTS not working? Guys, the PTS is not available to you constantly. It opens up for a period of time where you will be conducting testing, and then we close it for a period of time where we'll be analyzing your feedback and implementing the results of this analysis into the features that will be in the game later. So we had a launch before that. It lasted for a week. Then it stopped, and we've been analyzing it. The next launch will be, as I said before, somewhere in the next 2 weeks. So we will inform you about that.
Okay, now please don't nerf the icebreaker, please, says Jonathan. And unfortunately, icebreaker just objectively too strong, just objectively too powerful. The stats show it, the feedback shows it. Of course, it's also fun, like to play around a certain meta, but it does have to change. I've seen another question from Gunplay that why do you have to nerf stuff and buff stuff? Couldn't you just make it all perfect and keep it that way? Well, that's an ideal picture. If we like, it's just the balance will never be perfect, and with like any changes, it's just going to be different. Like it's going to be different, and something will be stronger, something will be weaker. Even strategies affect the balance as just the meta plays. So we do have to nerf and buff to have like a variety of playstyles to be viable. Is new Crossbow going to be available for all of us? Yes, the new Crossbow will be available for everyone. It will be available to everyone. That's the point of this new Crossbow, I'd say.
It is. So Daryl's Crossbow wasn't like an exclusive story, like you could only get it for a limited time in our crossover with The Walking Dead. This one is here to stay. So everyone will get a chance to get it.
Would you like to grab another question?
Let me see. New crossbows again. Okay, but when will PTS be available? I just answered that.
Okay. So yeah, let's maybe go to some of the questions and topics we have like from the guys before. Another one was, when will the balance patch come out? And we basically answered that it will be first on PDS, and then just in a couple of weeks it will go to live if everything's fine. Or like, this is how it works. If the balance patch, for example, like doesn't work fine during the public testing server, you just like really like there are problems with it, then we will make the changes and put it out on the public testing server again. So if we decide to change something further. But if everything's good, in just a couple of weeks, it will be live.
Yeah, okay. The next one is, when will the Burke Rework happen? I think I also addressed it before. It will be, we plan to release it on PTS by the end of the year, so somewhere in Q4. And we cannot say when it will be on the live server, somewhere next year, I believe, and we do not have much details yet about it, because it is, but except that it's gonna be major. So, yeah.
Yeah, and another one is just people asking for the like Walking Dead series weapons. Like with the crossbow, we will be releasing a crossbow available to everyone. The Daryl's crossbow, unfortunately, will still be unavailable unless you guys have fragments of it. You won't be able to get Daryl's crossbow. Just it's something completely limited, and our hands are tied here. Yes, and removing exclusive weapons. We also won't be removing exclusive weapons, as they have been available and they have been sold to the guys, and they have every right to have those weapons. So.
Yeah. Sorry, did you already address that people can actually finish their exclusive weapons from the Walking Dead crossover? Like the
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
So, guys, as you know, this season we added U fragments for knives and pistols. So, if you have some items left over from the Walking Dead crossover we had in January, February of this year, you now can finish them with those U fragments and have full exclusive weapons if you didn't have the chance yet.
Okay, other questions. I see why female characters make the game more laggy. I haven't seen that one before. I don't know, Anton, if you have evidence of that, a video, or even if you just go into a game where it is like that, after that match, please write to support and say, in the last match, I had lags, and I think they are connected to female characters, and we can check out the logs, because this that's a new one to me. Now, I have 0 frag of crossbow. What I do? Then you should wait for the new crossbow to come out. Yes, that's basically it. Thank you to whoever is deleting the chat spammers. You are a hero. Yes, shout out to the heroes in the chat. It's our moderators, and there is Tigridge, and shout out to everybody there. Now, do we have another one? Yes, about about different things. About Gecko and Undying, I think we have addressed that. They will be kind of reworked in the next balance patch, so you can wait for that. There was a question about optimization. We have actually, I think, addressed that as well. We have addressed the matchmaking questions, but let's see. Do we have anything in the chat, Anton? Do you see other interesting questions?
I don't see the chat.
I'm sorry. You do have a laptop, don't you?
I do, but I forgot to open.
Why did you open the stream there? Why? Okay. I'll be. Let me just answer a couple more comments, and you go open the chat on your laptop.
Buff Anton, please.
Buff Anton, please. Yeah, definitely. Somebody has been screaming for your ID for a long time. That's just crazy.
Oh man. I'm sorry, I do not remember my ID. I need to find it.
You need to turn off the sound as well, because I hear myself in your laptop.
I'm sorry.
Awful behavior.
Yeah, very inconsiderate of me.
Please provide more slots for emotes. We can think about that. How many would you like? Just like, we don't want to make it cumbersome to use, just for them to have too many. But just say how many would be good for you. But we'd like some feedback there.
Yeah.
Buff Porcupine, its damage is only 2k. Bear Trap is hitting 4k. But you know what? It's like the speed at which Bear Trap hits that 4k is very different from Porcupine, and I don't really think, like, unless you're really skilled, you would be out shooting people with a Bear Trap against Porcupine. Okay.
I think there's a question if the new crossbow will be as powerful as the previous one. I believe that they will be about equally powered, but we don't have the details yet.
Okay. Other ones, let's see. Which ones do we have? People are asking for more cosmetics, more costumes in the season and everything. Okay, we like thank you for that feedback. We will be I don't take into account, but do know that we have another event coming really soon, like really soon. What was it, like a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I believe it's somewhere like in the next few weeks, definitely.
In the next few weeks, yeah, there's another event coming out with a lot of customization, and we will have more upgradable costumes. So we have some cosmetics coming your way, which will be fun, and I think it's I think we'll have more costumes. Yeah, there's less cosmetics in the season, but we're just looking for we just want to give you the cosmetics through different channels, basically.
Sure. Found my ID. I can show it.
Found your ID?
Yeah.
You want to show your ID?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. I'm not sure. Oh, the camera actually picked that up, and like so.
So you guys, you can add me in the game.
If you flip that.
If you flip this image, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can actually also use Anton's fingerprints to get access to his bank account. So from that picture alone.
Yeah, my phone is filthy.
Okay. Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Please.
I do not take very good care of it.
Okay. Moving on, just repressing that. So when is the next iteration of PDS? So we're planning around like a week or so from now, as we said before. So do wait for that as well. People are asking to actually make the ping in PDS better. So do you feel like the PTS ping is in any way different to your regular ping? And to just say about that as well, because we need a little more information on that.
Yeah. I think people asked if there will be any improvements of the clans feature. Not this year, I'm afraid. We have more pressing features to add to the game that we showed on this roadmap, but we know about the clans, we remember about them. We definitely have those in plans for the next year.
Yeah, other one I see is what about machine guns? What are you doing with machine guns? We're thinking of making them better. We know that they're just like not popular and not really, just don't have much of a place in the meta right now. And we didn't really know how to do that, but we have some interesting ideas on that, actually, on that regard, and we have some fresh ideas. We're trying them out right now. We're researching, and they're like, not to say anything concrete, but we think maybe maybe we got a hunch of what to do with machine guns right now, and maybe like in a couple of updates we might try it out on the PDS. But you know, we don't put like there, aside from the roadmap. This is an important thing. Aside from the roadmap that you see, there are many things that we work on that like we're not as sure that we definitely will need and will definitely pay out. So if we have some like experiments and some like the machine guns, we won't put them on the roadmap because we don't know if it will pan out or not. So don't think that this is the only things you can expect. Basically, if we get a good feature going, or we think of something that's not hard to do, and we have the time for it, like the team has time for it, then we'll definitely do some other stuff, some more.
Yeah, I think I have another one. The people have been asking if we will be adding the consumables limit in the classic battles as we have in pro play brawls and in pro play battles. It is an interesting concept. We might try it out on PTS to see if it will work out in the classic battles. It will be as interesting as as it is in pro play, because we want to improve your experience and not make the game more boring, right? So we will look into that in the future.
Yes, another one, like what was it? Buff the whole AR class. Yes, ARs in some points are losing against sniper rifles, but we are thinking that it's actually the rapid fire sniper rifles might be actually the culprit here, and Icebreaker being the main culprit here. So we want to see how the AR meta works out with Icebreaker nerfed and with the eye being a little less powerful, and we'll see just how it'll work.
I see an interesting question from Johnny English. New 3D looks for the weapons like you did for the Mamba. I think he means the new weapon models. We are constantly working on improving the look of our guns, of the older ones as well. And not only guns, basically all of the assets, the costumes, the models, the maps, as you have already seen. Some are map reworks. So yeah, we'll definitely have new improved models for more guns in the future. Don't have any details yet on those.
People asking to like nerf scouts. Well, we were looking at scouts to see if will it take the place of Icebreaker, basically, is the question. But we don't think it needs a nerf right now, but we'll be looking at the stats too.
Yeah. I see a question from SFK. How many green grenades you need to craft one G launcher? For the moment, we do not have any details. This feature is still in development, so we cannot name you like exactly the amount of consumables that you will need to craft better ones, or which consumables you will be able to craft from the grenades or the health kits. So please be patient and wait for more info on that.
Yes, I think we actually went through most of the questions here. Let's see. We can maybe. So with zombie mode, like with PvE, we might we want to have PvE again. We don't have it in the near future plans, but it's not to say that we're not gonna develop it more. Right now, it's not. Basically, right now it's not a priority, and we would like to see some other modes and where they go. But we definitely can try something out on the PDS. And if you have interesting suggestions about zombie mode and what you would like to see there, if you are really interested in that, basically, guys, if you do give us feedback, if you want zombie mode, we can definitely shift some of our focus there as well. But just maybe we don't see as much not as much need for it right now, like, because we have maybe some more interesting alleys to explore right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have anything? Do we have anything more?
Don't see anything yet.
Any idea on adding like a training mode so we can improve our skills or just test some weapons? That's a cool idea. Could you like expand on it a bit? Like, you want like a place where to shoot your guns and just to try them out?
I think I saw a question about cheaters. Guys, I just want to address that. I want to say that we are always working on combating cheaters, the programs they use, the cheats they use, the hacks. We are constantly working with our support team and moderators and reports that we receive from you to ban those cheating players. It is always an ongoing battle. So in every game, especially in FPS ones, there happens to be some cheating, and it is always there's no way you can like stop it for good for always, but because they will always like cook up some new nefarious things how to cheat the game. But we have this problem in our priority. We always collect your reports on them. We have some systems in place that are designed to catch cheaters even like before they launch the game, for example. And we are always looking for the ways to improve those. We also take legal actions on the people who provide cheats to the players, so our legal team is also constantly working on that. So it is an ongoing battle, and we're always in it. So thank you for everyone who reports the unfair play, and we see your reports and we act on them as soon as we can.
People also asking for add bots in training, add training mode, add bots there, and make them like go from easy to legendary. Like we have some bots on the public testing server to play with. They're maybe not as sophisticated as we'd like them to be, but we're definitely working on that as well. And I think the training mode like that is not like out of the question. So thank you for the idea. Like we will look into that one as well.
Candace says, "How are you, Anton?" I'm great, thanks, but it is really hot here.
Yeah, it is very hot. I'm sorry. Like it's like we are in a home studio, and it's like it could be built better. But there was another question. There was a lot of question about monetary tournaments, and Anton, you've been answering that question on the previous stream. Basically, the answer hasn't changed much. Could you please reiterate it?
Which one? Sorry, I missed.
Those just people are asking about when will the monetary tournaments come in. If you look up for a second.
Wait a second. I need to check my notes for that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll answer another one, just maybe a smaller one, while Anton gets ready to give you like all of the info. Add more levels after level 50. Well, that's an interesting one. I'm not sure. I don't have any. I will be honest. I don't have any info on that today. I know you guys have been saying that, but weren't working on that. In-game voice chats. That's one we are researching. We don't believe we're gonna get that this year. But have more prioritized features. But maybe we'll have more. Like maybe we'll have more luck and success with researching the in-game voice chats than we think. So it might be even sooner, but we'll get back to you on that, how it all works. But in the roadmap right now, as it is in the year 2021, we don't have voice chat. Okay, repeat exotic skin in battle career. We really wouldn't want to repeat the same thing, but we maybe would like to give you a way to get exotic skins again. It's just, and think of that. I'm pretty sure like there are some ways to get them right now, but I'll have to look into that a little bit more. Okay.
Okay, I think I found my notes. About the monetary tournaments, I addressed this on our previous stream. We don't know, like, to be short, we do not have an exact date yet. We cannot say when it will happen, because it is like a really complex story. We need first to add new weapons and equipment, to analyze, to test it on PTS with our pro players and basically all the PTS testers, get the feedback, analyze it, after that change the balance, see how they will behave in the tournaments, right, in the regular tournaments, and analyze the balance again. And after that we will begin forming the pro league and the amateur leagues, so to separate the like pro players and amateur players, and only after we have the system in place we will be able to begin the monetary tournaments. For now we don't have any new info on that, except the Arsenal unlock for the PTS that we have already mentioned, and that will be on in the main game, I believe, in Q4. So keep your eyes open for more news. We will post them on our Discord channel, on our social media, and we'll tell you as soon as we'll have any new info on that.
Okay, I think that would be most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are some repeating questions. I think we addressed like a lot. Guys, do bring us more info or more questions later on. I think we will be wrapping up for today. It is incredibly hot here.
It is.
It is true. We've been going for an hour and 23 minutes, so I think it's good. Could you please reduce the number of event coins required for spinning event fare? You already done it for normal battle fare. Please do that for event fare also, please. I don't think we'll be reducing that in the near future, as well. Basically, if you want a really new weapon, you kind of like you need to work harder for it. I think that's fair. And if you still like, if you don't have to not have a weapon. If you don't want to work that hard, you can get like a huge variety of weapons from battle fare. But I think that new weapons, as they're like fresh and cool, they should be a little harder to get. So that just really makes sense, I think, game wise. Do you see other questions here? So Terminator Swartz, add a sale of old guns for gold or gun bucks option. I think that like it is something to think about. That would be a completely different economy, though. It would work very differently. But I wouldn't say that we're not thinking of that as well. Like not in this year, but maybe next year. We have some interesting ideas in that area as well. So thank you for sharing that too.
Somebody's suggesting us to make smoke grenades. It's actually a really interesting idea.
Smoke grenades would be really cool.
Yeah. I even believe that like the team has already experimented with those, but we do not have plans to release them yet. But it's a cool idea. Thanks for bringing it to us.
Yeah, if you remind of an idea, it might get higher on the priority list. It's also true. Higher penalties for people leaving matches, like a 10-minute ban. Well, that might be a little too harsh.
Yeah.
Please make the Anepa costume. Yeah, well, that's a must. That's definitely a must. I think the Anepa costume will be very hard to distinguish from the Stanis and the Anton costume. They do look alike. quite a bit.
Just call it like an epic costume.
Finally, Battle Royale mode. Love it. Yeah, we're going to be testing it. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to show it again. I'm going to show it again. Just cause.
You should.
Because maybe, guys, it's like I wasn't as excited about it as after I played it, because it's kind of weird how fun it is. I'm like just saying, not to like, I'm not trying to sell you a mode that you might not like, but just, I really loved it. I'm just I am actually surprised myself how much I loved it. It plays really differently from like other ones. It's just a different mechanic with, because Guns of Boom has like a very different way of shooting.
Yeah, it has like a lot more stakes, you know, like because it's a longer game than a regular match, and you do not respawn there, right?
Yeah, I never had the like feeling of exploration as I had just roaming the like really gigantic map.
It's a gorgeous map. It's really interesting. Lots of points of interest.
Yeah, well, just let's just fanboy about it off stream.
Sure.
Love the map. Yeah, it's really beautiful. But anyway, I think we're basically done with the whole roadmap. It's really big. Do check it out. Share it around. Still, they are silent about monetary tournaments. Well, Anton was talking about monetary tournaments, I think, for like 5 minutes. No?
Yeah. I already
now.
answered the question extensively.
Yeah, like just rewind back. Did you leave? I mean, like we've just been answering a lot. Is that waterfall going to be one you can jump in and die without losing points? That's a very specific question. I have no answer to that. I don't know.
Why would you want to do that?
Stanis, please respond why the less number of weapon fragments in event fairs are like harder to get a weapon from, as it's like new weapons, like which are cool. And like as it just came out, it's like more valuable. You know, like it's like when an iPhone comes out. Well, it's maybe a bit like or a really good Samsung. I don't know. Like, I don't play favorites there, but basically, yeah, it's harder to get a completely new. It's harder to get a completely new weapon, but you can still get all the other weapons in Battlefair. There's so many.
Upgradable gun skins.
Upgradable gun skins.
Cool,
I like
cool idea.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think it's like a really small like step taken from the upgradable costumes. Yeah, it's good.
We already have upgradable costumes for some of the costumes, and we're gonna add more. So that's fun.
Okay. Just a sec. I have. Can you read something else?
Let's see. 30 days battle career back, please. We actually extended the battle career because we thought that it would provide you more like paced experience, right? With lots of content spread around the career for you to enjoy and engage. And I don't know. I don't think that changing back would be a good idea.
Okay, I think that's probably enough. Like there will be another stream for Russian speakers at 7. Like I see some in the chat, so if you want more like another explanation for that, that's also fine. Whew. So yeah, it was a good stream. Like the weather could be less hot. It's true.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things in the future, guys, and we told you about our plans, and we've answered like many of your questions, and we'll be happy to answer more of your questions. We want to do dev streams regularly, maybe even more regular than now, maybe about once a month, maybe like a little, maybe not as often, but do ask your questions, do give your feedback, all of your suggestions. We're reading that. If you feel like we're not transparent enough with you, tell us, definitely tell us. If you feel like we're like not listening enough to you, also tell us. It is important. We want to make the game like predictable, stable, and just great for you, and we want you to have fun. Like we want you to have fun playing the game. That's like the most important thing. If you're not having fun, tell us. tell us how would it be for you to have more fun, if just any ideas, and just yourself better than anyone else. You can tell us what you want better than anyone else. So if you feel like you're like some of the things you love, we're missing out on them, tell us as well. That would be the best.
I think we forgot to tease the new event.
Did we?
Did you? Did you tease it? I just missed it.
There will be a sports event.
Woo!
Did that work? Did that work for you?
Well, we have a bit more info about that actually. It will be like a different format of event from what we usually do. We will focus more on the cosmetics customization in it, and not on new weapons. Yeah, because we have new weapons and gear in the deep dive event that is live right now. So this one will be more centered around new customization, because we know you want to get more cosmetics and stuff, and we are trying to improve that. It will be, I think, right after the deep dive event, so watch out for it. And I don't want to spoil more.
Okay. Still nothing for MG. I'm going to answer that as well. For machine guns, we're like actually researching that right now. We have new ideas. Girl costumes. You want more girl costumes? If you have particular girl costumes you want, tell us. Will there be levels after level 50? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Like, maybe not. Like, it's something I have no info on right now. I think it might be cool. Just might be cool too. Olympics on GOB. You got the right idea. You got the right idea there. So no giveaway. Yes, Ice Cream, no giveaway. So you definitely don't listen, says Craig Woodward. Please, when you like drop things like that, tell us what exactly are we not listening to, because otherwise, like, no, I cannot extract information from that. If you feel like something is something we're not hearing you on, say it in the same phrase. Whew, shout out please to Interpid Pixel. Yeah, shout out to you. And actually, like, my dog is called Pixel, so it's fun. Increase your frag. Increase your frag. I mean, in battle career, well, the economy is counted in a certain way, but why not? We'll pass that on. So yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done. That's a bad way of putting it. That's a bad way of putting it. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for joining us. I should have warned you that I. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Now you turned me off. Thanks. I was glad to be able to be on this stream to answer some of your questions. Hope you guys are satisfied with our answers. If you want to know more, please leave comments under the stream or on our social media. If you have other questions you want us to answer on the future streams, right? So we will be looking through those and have fun and enjoy the new features that we planned for you.
Yes, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just. It's been great. Thank you guys for asking so many questions, and thank you for sticking with us through this. A lot of texts and a lot of ideas and a big roadmap. But if you understood it well and you pass it on to other players, you'll be doing a really good thing, because you be informed and you tell other people what's happening, because it's just great to know. It's great to know where everything's going, and I guess the heat got to me. But
yeah, I think we're melting.
We're melting. Thank you very much for coming in. We are here, and do tag us on Twitter, on Discord, and anywhere you would like, and we'll try to talk to you in between a lot of meetings. But see you next time. Bye. Stanis out. Oh, no. No. There was an accident, but like I need to give something bonus here, I guess.
It's an Easter egg.
It's an Easter egg. Like what would you give people?
I don't know.
I
have
don't
no idea.
I don't know either. It's like the worst Easter egg ever. Like,
show the battle royale again.
okay, I show the battle royale again. We'll end the stream on this. We'll end the stream on this.